Station Gang, welcome back to another new installment of Ink and Insight, your weekly comic book highlight reel, where we talk about our favorites from the recent week of releases from Marvel, DC, Image, and Indies. As always, I'm your boy, Stu from Dr. Doom's Fan Club. I'm joined by my man, E from 9 Panel Grid. E, how we doing today, bro? I feel like today has been a day of growth. Today has been a day of progression. I was blown away by some things I saw today, man. How are you doing?
It's been tumultuous, right? It's been trying. It's been I don't know. It's been a day where maybe I'm regressing, but maybe I'm progressing. We're gonna find out a little bit later on here because
holy shit, y'all!
Look at this.
Hold on.
Look how pristine this is.
Oh my god!
Look at how beautifully sealed this blind bag is. Just
unbelievable.
You hear that?
It's happened.
Oh.
Holy shit.
It's been purchased, so it's in my possession. It's still lovingly secured within its bag itself. So
end of show, we're opening that bad boy?
It's in its bag. And it'll be right here next to me.
All right, we're gonna work up to it. I appreciate you kind of like this is like communal therapy, dude. This is a beautiful thing. I love it. So I'm happy to see it.
Thank you, man. It's a thing.
I'm calling it communal therapy for you.
I think it's called exposure therapy. That's what it really is.
Speculate. It's FOMO. There's a lot of words for it. But
yes, yes, without a shadow of a doubt, man.
Good to see you, brother, man. That's awesome. It blew me away today when you posted that image. I thought it was somebody else's at first, and we were in the back chat, and I was like, "What is that? You bought a blind bag? What is that? Tell me now!" And I'm so hyped. So, yeah, man. Definitely hyped to talk about that one. It's another new day for Batman with Matt Fraction and Jorge. So, was definitely excited for that book. Have thoughts about it. Can't wait to talk about that one next week. But yeah, man, can't wait to open that later on. So
yeah, it's gonna be a fun conversation for sure on the book itself.
Absolutely. Real quick before we get to our roundup of the week, let's say what up to the chat. We got Bob in the building. Oh, he's got his copy of Eisner Miller on the way, dude. Hell yeah.
He knows what's up.
Brother. Hell yeah. It's all good, man. Glad that you were able to catch the rewind, Bob. Thanks for coming through. Hell yeah. Absolutely. We got Omega Slice in the building. Station brother.
What up?
Happy Wednesday. Good to see you again as always, bro. Hope you're doing well. Dude, gotta order Drome. Y'all go get Drome by Jesse Lonergan.
Drome is incredible.
Incredible book, guys.
It is so good. We'll be talking more about that later on too. So keep your eyes open on the YouTube.
Got some great things with Jesse coming soon around the corner. Can't wait to share those with y'all.
Heck yeah.
You got James Phelps in the building. Station brother. Happy New Comic Book Day, man. Good to see you, bro. As always. Hope you're doing well. Jesse knows what time it is. Let's go, bro.
Oh,
so hyped.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, he's working through his trauma. Let's go. Omega already knows what it is. Y'all let us know if you got a blind bag out there.
His blind bag, his bag.
What did you get? Did you open it? If you opened it, what you got, let us know. For me, my money, dude, that Totino Tedesco cover, just like after that run he had on Daredevil, that one he's got. I love the blue and the gray in this design. So feels very like Silver Age.
Yeah.
Jay in the building. Yeah, he's amazing, man. Working, but had to stop by and drop by my like. Hell yeah, dude.
Thanks, Jay.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming through. Eddie in the building station. Hell yeah, bro. Glad you enjoyed it, man.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. John in the building station, brother. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hell yeah. Eddie said I got the regular cover A and then the foil oversized. Oh yeah, they did drop the oversized. That's right.
I saw the oversized ones. It was tempting, but man, they're just like, if we're already going to be griping about magazine, sized comics, like come on, like I can't have, short boxes that are like, the size of storage units.
It's crazy. I got one of those old Neil Adams reprints.
Ooh.
With the Raza Ghul joint and like an oversized, and it's dope. It's like sitting up there on the bookshelf, but it's kind of like on display, and it's kind of tough to like. It's not with a bag and a board, so it's kind of like I got it supported with this other poster book. It's tough to figure those out.
There's some special bags and boards that shops can get. They're really for art prints, but they're the same size as those oversized
Oh,
ones.
okay.
So, like, yeah, talk to your shop. You can get them. They don't have a flap on them, but it's better than
Do
nothing.
you have one for the because isn't like the Sacrificers that special artist edition, isn't it like something like that?
I missed out on that one, but I got a Deadly Class one, and like Jim Mafood put out his One Dangerous Donut book, which is the same size. So like they fits perfectly within those art print large format things. So
great call on One Dangerous Donut. Such a great little addition. Hell yeah. Omega said check the shop after work today and all the blind bags were sold out. Wow. Hell yeah. So he had to get the giant size instead. That's crazy. Eddie got Jerome. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Hopefully it'll come in soon for you, brother. It's incredible. Hope you enjoy that read. It's like I said, it's in the video, it's over 300 pages, man, but you can just eat it up in an afternoon, no problem. Hell yeah, Nick knows what time it is. John got a blind bag. Oh yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, Nick skipped it this time around. I know Nick was all in on Battle Beast.
I think he still got like 700 copies of that, somewhere in that background of his.
Our boy, yeah. Did not spare the wallet on Battle Beast. Eddie said I put the oversized by my extremity Kickstarter.
That
right?
Makes sense,
you gotta give those joints some support, man. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. Man, let's switch it up, bro. Let's talk about real quick. Before wait, my bad. Thank you. Before, like, I guess we got into our three main comics of the night. We had just so many bangers from last week, right? It was ridiculously hard to narrow down just three. We honestly could have talked about any of these, in my opinion, and had a great conversation. So I just wanted to do hopefully a real quick roundup of some of these books that we're not like mainly featuring, but I definitely thought were worth mentioning. First up, dude, Invisible Man, like rounding out. I think this is the last one, right, of the Universal Monsters, or do we have more come on the way?
We haven't gotten a werewolf one yet, right?
No, you're right. Yep, werewolf.
Yeah.
Out there somewhere. But Tinian and Danny, dude,
yes,
delivering some incredible line work in this one. I particularly love this invisible mouse. I just love the way that was rendered, and the visions of and the blank figure and stuff like that. I just love the way. I love her. The choice for her as the artist on this. I think it's going to be uniquely suited to her talents in ways that we didn't. We weren't quite ready for. Even though we do know her aesthetic and what she's capable of, she's still surprising me all throughout this issue, and I love that. Yeah. Like this one was kind of like I wasn't really anticipating this one, and I didn't know that Danny was on artwork and so kind of late in the game on this one. So this was a pleasant surprise. But I love the story. I think Tinian's done a really good job on these, both with this one and with Dracula, managing the story, not getting overly complicated, and just keeping it simple and true to the spirit and the memory of the original IP. But yeah, man, I don't know. It was just, for me, the highlight has been personally the artwork from Simmons on Dracula. The story was great, and then I think the entire package with Frankenstein, Michael Walsh there really did something special. But regardless, killer creative teams. Mummy didn't really connect with me like that, but this one was awesome. I thought for opening salvo and our introduction, to this guy, and a lot of similarities in some of these stories with the possessed daughter and the worried girlfriend or spouse or whatever. But regardless, it's still just so great to see these creators really take this thing in a new direction. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. What did you think about this one, bro?
I think it's really good. Danny is what did it for me, though. Like, Of
Yeah.
all of the properties for the Universal monsters, I think that Frankenstein was the most successful up to this point. It just did something special. I feel like it was the only one that didn't feel beholden to the story that was already in place. Like, we all know that they have to, kind of tiptoe around the actual Universal monsters property, because they're not going to, they can't alter the story that actually takes place, so they got to play within that sandbox. And I think that Frankenstein was the most successful in that. This, I'm trying to figure out how they're going to play with that notion. I feel like they're doing a really successful retelling, and I don't know, kind of like you're focusing in on the invisible man, and like the juxtaposition between like his wants and needs, and also how he wants to kind of like disappear into the background, but also he wants to be the center of attention. So
Mhm.
it does make sense, and I like how they're playing with that, but I just don't know if we're looking at the story from a different viewpoint than what the movie is. With that being said, though, Danny's artwork, again, is what makes this comic book sing. I mean, she's killing it. She's the perfect artist for a property like this, because we praise her negative space approach on
Yes.
artwork. So come on, like, you throw Invisible Man on top of that, and like it was made to be this way.
It was beautiful. All those violent interludes she had, where like he was daydreaming about killing certain characters or whatever,
Oh,
were
dude, yeah, he is
just
maniacal from
fantastic.
like the jump. There is no sense of like hope or redemption for him. He's just like, nope, this dude's cuckoo for
Yeah,
Cocoa Puffs.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this like full on glow up. With the suit and the look though. I love the look is just so great and iconic.
Oh, heck yeah.
I don't. This was a favorite of my mom's growing up, so I've always been like kind of partial to this property. So
Oh, right
um,
on.
yeah, man, it's gonna be cool to see what they do with this one. Um, but another great installment from the Universal Monster series. I think they've had more wins than losses, where as it is here, and they've done a great job with it. So shout out to them.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah, is that Image Skybound?
Yeah, it is.
Headline?
Yeah. Skybound, man. They know what they're doing.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Moving right along, another great indie book. We're taking everyone down with us. I have you and Nick to thank for this one, man. For
I
sticking with
love
this
this
one,
book.
really.
I love this
Yeah,
book so
right. Like
much.
we got the revelation, like we kind of knew was coming here in this issue, but it was still just so beautifully like executed and played out here, especially with the back and forth with the mom and the daughter of the chess game, and the daughter really, having the upper hand on the mom without her knowing it, and just the
Mhm.
way their relationship kind of develops and eventually falls apart through the end of the issue, and her um renewed effort to find the spirit of her father or whatever is left to him in this machine that's with this secret agent Alistair. All these characters are just so hilarious in their own right,
Yes.
but also like wonderfully engaging. Like I'm so invested in all of them, and I want to get to any like time we get with these characters. The dialogue in this book is like some of the best I think of any comic this year, man. It's so fresh.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a slide here. This scene right here where she comes across like an old friend who she thinks is like the same robot, but really it was a copycat type of situation with the mother and the father when they split.
Mhm.
But him explaining that her father was basically the scum of the earth, and I just love how he gets down to like layman's terms with it here.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. It's so sharp. All these characters have such a unique and original voice. It's an incredible piece of writing by Rosenberg. So and who's the artist?
Stefano Landini, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Yeah.
doing an amazing job, consistent and just um, like I love the way they do the action. It's kinetic, um, and the design on it, like with the androids and just this world where these secret cabal of villains and government agencies all after these high tech robots and all sorts of weird science. It's just incredible, dude. It feels like a pulp adventure, but these characters just feel so real and unique at the same time. It's been really incredible.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're so right. Every character feels unique. Every character, they feel like archetypal, if that makes sense. Like it's funny, man. Every time I see the character of Rook, like our secret agent type character, who's
Yeah.
really the antagonist of the story, dude. It's like I can't not see and hear Burt Reynolds in my head every time that he is on, the page, even though I know he's supposed to be an English character with an English accent. Like every single time I see him, that stupid little mustache, man, it always just makes me like, okay, I'm like, all right, well, it's Smoking the Bandit
That's
time. Here we
awesome.
go.
That's a great comparison, bro. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. I like that you're totally glossing over the fact that the mother and father characters reconnect in this issue, by the way.
Oh
Like
my god, that was wild. Yeah, what does she call him? You ridiculous creature or something like that. I love that scene when he pushes her arms up and then she like licks his robot face or whatever. It's just these two deserve
Dis-
each other.
disgustingly wicked. Yes, it's amazing. It's such a good book, man. If you're looking for a good time, do not hesitate on picking up We're Taking Everyone Down with Us. It's an incredible story, and it's 5 or 6 issues. Whatever it is. It's a short term run on this, so like just get invested, dive into it,
And
have a good time.
been such a pleasant surprise. A book I definitely didn't see coming. So shout out, like I said, to both you and Nick for championing this one. It's been amazing. So
Heck
real
yeah.
quick, let's get to the chat before we move on to the last couple books we wanted to mention before we get started. We got. Oh yeah, dude, you got to get. Oh yeah, guys talking about their extremity Kickstarters. Absolutely.
Yep.
Daniel Warren's one of the best in the business, man. Such a kind dude. Yeah, he's
Mount Rushmore
so far
worthy.
it's good. Yeah, absolutely. Tinian's done a great job on these, man. He really does.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like he's tried to do too much. He's just kept it simple, and that's been really effective. Hell yeah, absolutely, man. It's great. Berno in the building. What up, brother?
Well,
Good to see you. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. The art is fucking killer.
yeah. Like I said,
Yeah.
Danny. Yeah, just perfect choice for that Invisible Man book.
Yeah, man. Beneath the Trees was almost on the agenda this week. Absolutely. Void Rivals of Love, and we're definitely talking about Martian Manhunter tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, hell yeah. And yeah, definitely recommend it. It's awesome. It says it's top 10 for the year. Hell yeah.
No,
It's
yeah.
hilarious. It is fucking hilarious. Straight up.
Yeah, but if you ask like the tone of or I'm sorry, not the tone, but like if you ask the genre of the book, like you would never say this is a humor book. It's just the quality of Matthew Rosenberg's narrative, right? And if you're digging on this and you really enjoy this and you haven't read Four Kids Walk Into a Bank, circle back around and read that because you're gonna love it. It's gonna be like, it's gonna ignite that love for Rosenberg.
Yeah. And he asks if You'll Do Bad Things is good. It's good. Have you read that one?
I did, and I
I
liked
am
it
not.
on the jump. I thought the artwork was really good and the story was intriguing. And then, like, I don't know, it took a turn that, like, it stopped making sense for me. And maybe I got to circle back and finish reading it in trade or something like that. But it got to a place where I was like, I'm not following the narrative. I don't even know what's really happening at this point. So,
Yeah, I never really connected with that one. I do love, or at least I love like the first couple arcs of what's the furthest place from here though. That one was a banger in my book.
I loved the record store aspect of it. That totally drew me in.
Absolutely, it was super cool, and like the different clans and just the state of that world. It was so weird and intriguing. It just got it just started going all over the place. I think if they kept the narrative a bit tighter and really stayed with those characters for a bit longer, I think it would have been more effective. But
Yeah.
they just kept building the world out, and at a certain point, I just got fatigued with that.
Yeah, I totally see that.
Rook Rook is a
No
mess,
kidding.
bro. He is a straight mess. It's hilarious. Okay, Omega says it's awesome. He loves it all the way up to the very end.
Okay.
The very end did connect. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
That's
all
good to
right.
hear. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Awesome to hear. All right. The Knives, dude. Drew Baker, Sean Phillips, back again with another criminal book. We both just recently finished this one.
It's
Talk to me.
amazing. It's
Right?
amazing. Okay, you can pick you could pick this book up and read it and enjoy it without any kind of history with criminal. And that's the best part about every single story arc in criminal is like there's this cast of characters and there's this wonderfully developed world where you could dive in at any point whatsoever and you're just going to have an excellent time. But if you read all of the stories, you start to see the interconnectivity between all of it. You start to see reoccurring characters, you know, uh,
Yes.
children of other characters that come
Yes.
into play. It's so engrossing. It's amazing. And this story right here felt like a love letter to every single fan of Criminal that was there from the jump. It is just so perfect, and it draws on some of my absolute favorite stories within the Criminal universe. Is it the best Criminal book? No. Is it a great Criminal book? Absolutely.
Yes.
What did you think though? We've been like basically tiptoeing around talking about it, like just between me and you. But like,
Man,
yeah,
I'm just like so every time one of their books comes out and I get it and I read it, I'm blown away by the consistency and the quality and just like you said, the nuanced storytelling and the world building, the way that the interconnectivity of characters, events long lost, seeing the undertow play such a heavy role in this
yes.
one, and then
Oh,
Tracy at the end, like characters that you've known and loved, like you said, like from Jump in the series. It's just beautiful to see them used in such a brilliant way and continue to be part of the story moving forward. It's just and like I just love not only like how consistent it is every time it comes out, but like how often they put out work. Like every year we're getting at least one or two books from these guys, if not more.
oh,
And
dude, yeah.
it's incredible the amount of pace, especially with Ed being involved with the criminal show, which is getting adapted on Amazon right now, folks. With I know Amelia Clark's in it, Khaleesi
Um,
from
yeah, the
yeah,
dude from
Khaleesi.
Sons of Anarchy too, and I can't. Oh, his name is escaping me at this point.
Oh, I fucking can't wait, dude.
Yes, it's gonna
Just
be
knowing that Ed has his hands on it. But part of that experience inspired this book, and you can see it. And it was beautiful to hear him talk about this this book's kind of inspiration in that off-panel interview, and um, how much it's his life is in here in
a
shaded ways.
lot.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot, a lot. Yeah,
it
it's kind of crazy.
it is like so. Two of the heaviest storylines and characters are just like ripped kind of straight out of his life, and it's not. It's wild to hear him talk about that because when he was talking to David Harper saying that this book is my therapy, you know, like
It,
talking about his aunt and the things that happened to her, and
yeah, I was gonna say it makes total sense knowing his
incredible.
history and the way that things play out in the story. By the way, I've gushed over like a very a brief, overview of the story, but I didn't really talk about what the book is about. Essentially, there's kind of two main players that we're going to be following here, which is one is a Jacob Kurtz, who is a comic book artist, which kind of fits perfectly in a comic book
How great is
medium.
that name, by the way?
Oh,
Like
it's
Heart of Darkness. I would just love it. Like there's
it's
so many little things he does here.
Yes, exactly. He crosses paths with another character, Angie, who is a part-time bartender slash owner, part-time cat burglar by
Yeah,
trade. And they both come across some interesting predicaments that they have to help each other get through. And it's really cool. It's a really timely book too, because it kind of catches criminal up to the modern age and it kind of brings us even through COVID, which is like a cool thing to include in the book, but it doesn't dwell on it either. It's just like it's a thing that is kind of baked in by necessity to bring a couple characters together, and it works out really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like one of my favorite sequences was like, you know, her writer and the bartender, getting put together. Basically, he lets her stay there, right? Begrudgingly at first, and thinks it's just going to be two strangers together for a couple weeks, and then like the relationship that forms out of that, and how that really anchors the book in the second half. And it's beautiful, man. It's incredible what these guys are able to do time and time again. And I don't know if I do trust, like, a lot of creators' names, as much as I trust Brubaker and Phillips, but it's just special. Like, I'm always excited to go and pick that volume up, no matter what it is, and tear through it, man. It's just
Oh yeah.
they're just one of the most unique, amazing, um, best, comic book writer artist that we have together, dude. I just
Oh
think
yeah.
they're special, and what they've done for the noir genre and this like gritty type of storytelling, like they've really Brubaker like stands alone when it comes to like carrying the torch on that with modern writers. I think there's some guys, Tom King, who wish they could be a little more Ed Brubaker. You know what I mean? Like I think and dude, that Captain America run when he brought Bucky back is one of the greatest things that's ever happened in comic book history. That
I still
was,
haven't read it.
and to know that he thought about that as a kid.
I
and
still
was
haven't
proud
read
of
it,
that.
man.
Like dude is a beast. So
Yeah.
um,
I feel
I think you're
terrible.
muted. Or
Oh,
okay,
can you hear me?
no, my
One,
bad.
two,
No,
1, 2.
I'm
Check,
I'm
check.
muted. I'm muted. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't read his Captain America run. As crazy as that sounds, because yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to pick
It's
up that
incredible.
premiere collection. Yeah, it's something I got to do. To speak to Omega's comments here, the amount of criminal books is overwhelming to me, so I haven't picked up and even just begun yet, dude.
There's a
They're such
ton,
an
bro.
they're such an easy read though. If you love movies like Pulp Fiction, and if you love maybe the works of Shane Black, like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Good Guys, things like I'm sorry, The Nice Guys, things like that, it is such a breezy read. And speaking to something that Stu was saying earlier, there's something special that Ed Brubaker can do in a story that I feel like very few comic book writers can do successfully, which is that he plays with time and he can jump around a little bit, and it always is to the betterment of the story, and it never gets you lost in this way. Like there's a couple parts in this book where they take tangents and they just straight up call them out. They say tangent number 1, tangent number 2, and they're
Oh,
brilliant.
that was great. That was
Yeah.
that was.
Yes. See
And it
there.
was, and it's like seamless storytelling, man. Like I remember at the end of that first tangent, the way it dips back into the story is just it's beautiful. It's yeah,
Yeah.
truly one of a kind.
Yeah, seriously, guys, this is going to be one of the best things you read all year. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and say that. So, if you haven't picked this up, if you've never read Criminal, there's no better time than the present to pick this up. It's glorious. It's so
Yeah,
good.
pick up any of these books, y'all. Pulp, Houses of the Unholy. What was
The
that?
whole the whole
The
Reckless series,
Where the Body Was, the one they just put. Like you can't go wrong. You really can't.
every single one. Yes, it's so perfect. We haven't even talked about Sean Phillips either. This duo works. It's one of the best duos in comic books, hands down, period. Like when they talk about Stan and Jack, they should be talking about Ed and Sean in that same kind of vein, dude. Like
And
that's how highly I think of them.
it's so sick too that he kind of like got his son in the game by coloring him
Yeah.
here, and he continues to do so. Like you know what I mean? It's just dope.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, shout out to Ed and Sean and Jacob. Incredible all creators all. Yeah, we got some shaming going on in the comments, bro.
Yeah, no, trust me, I've been looking at it.
We got to get you on that. That would be dope, dude. I would love to like read that and go over it with you, man. For like a surrounded by short boxes or like just just want to any kind of show. That would be dope to talk about. I love that. That's that storyline so much.
I already know I'm gonna love it. So like, you don't have to twist my arm too hard.
Oh yeah. Omega says he's got houses on Holly. Hell yeah, bro. Crack that joint.
Yes.
Yeah. Eddie knows what time it is with Jacob. Hell yeah. All right, man. Real quick before we get into, I know we keep going through it, but what did you think about Dan Waters' debut on Shredder, bro? I know I have watched your video, but just real quick, like for me, the artwork was a little, but
I thought the whole
the story was all right.
yeah, exactly. The whole experience was it was okay. It was okay. Like we got the character of Shredder back, and I think it did a successful job at giving you a glimpse of what happened and where he's been and why he's coming back. I
Yeah,
wanted a little bit more, right?
same,
Whether it was
same.
explanation or, just something different.
No,
I think that the premise is kind of cool though. I did like the very ending. I don't want to spoil what happens at the end, but Shredder is given a gift, right? And he basically pushes
yeah,
that gift away. It's kind of a cool thing that happens.
it is.
So
It's definitely the best moment of the comic, I think, but the action just didn't work for me like I wanted it to. I wanted that they wanted that action to be sharp, and it's just like I wanted that to be like Warren Ellis and Declan Shalvey on Moon Knight, like a type of shit when he's moving up the
okay.
stairs and just going through dude. And the worm thing,
That was the thing that threw me off, and which is
it
like
didn't work for me.
maybe we need more, but like it would just
Yeah,
kind of felt
I know.
a little bit forced, a little bit
Same.
weird. Yeah.
Lost Fantasy #4 continues to be awesome. Love this
Yes.
freaking book.
That was my pick of the week, man. That was an incredible issue.
Hell
I
yeah, I did.
loved this issue of the book, man. Lost Fantasy, I feel like, has been getting better and better and better as the series has gone on. And now I think I've praised the mystery crime aspects more than the fantasy. And this is the one where it's like, oh, guess what? No, we're still a fantasy book and we're going to play with those tropes big time. Yeah, yeah. Kurt Pierre's, man. Like I've been ready for him to come back into comics in a big bad way since Indigo Children finished. And
Yes.
like, yeah, okay. Amen to please is all I'm gonna say, man. He came back in a big bad way. I'm
Yeah.
happy for him.
This one was awesome. Great little like crazy ass backstory about how some of these characters came to be, I guess we'll say. But yeah, it was just wild, man. It was just I'd love like I don't know Kurt Pierre's like that, but just like where he's going with the fantasy and like how it blends that line like so well where we go from like the real world into like some batshit craziness like
Oh yeah.
with and it's just seamless. So and dude, the artist, Luke, like I've never heard of them before. Do you have any familiarity with any of their work before?
Yeah,
What have they
they
done?
worked with Kurt Pierre's previously on a couple different books. If you really want
So
to deep dive,
did they do Indigo too?
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
and they've done previous works as well. If you really want to deep dive into Kurt Pierre's, though, I would encourage everyone to like really check out their comicsology work that they had done. The bygone era of comicsology originals,
Damn.
dude. He did a couple. There was like Money Heist and another one that's slipping my mind. All of them are really good though. Like, I mean, I every time Kurt puts out a book, I get really excited because I've never been let down.
Comixology had some banger originals. That's how I got to put on to Dan the Man with Canary, Scott
Yeah,
Snyder. Um, I love that like Snow Angels book that Jeff Lemire did. Do you remember that joint?
was that with Jock? Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that was cool. It was fucking weird, but it was cool. Um,
Chip Zdarsky, he did a couple comicsology originals as well.
and that Clear joint with Snyder and Francis Mandible was
That was my
fire,
favorite of the Scott
dude.
Snyder trio. Because I mean, he worked with Tula Lotay on Barnstormers, Dan Panosian on Canary, and then Francis Manipul on Clear. Like,
I think we got a notes from the editor show right here.
I think maybe.
The a comicsology like fan show or something like that.
Oh, gonna have to make a note here.
Talk about our lost favorite titles, man. R.I.P.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, comicsology.
Yeah, yeah.
Last but certainly not least, dude. Green Arrow and Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, right? It's spring #2. Green Arrow's been fantastic. I just wanted to shout out Green Arrow. You did in your video as well because of Montez's artwork, man.
Oh my god, it's
And
so
it
good.
continues to be criminally underrated. And yeah, I just want to shout him out. He's not missed an issue since he's come on with Condon, and he has murdered it every time out, dude. I just want to see like more of his Count Vertigo. I'm obsessed with that scene of Green Arrow and
Yep.
what's his name? His sidekick.
Well, Roy Harper, yeah,
Roy,
previously
yeah.
Speedy Arsenal now.
Taking down Count Vertigo, but it's been incredible and just a great like reset for Oliver coming out of Williamson's run. So I know you've been a huge Green Arrow guy. You were talking about how much you love it.
Yeah, if there like Green Arrow was my well, let me take that back. I was about to say Green Arrow was my introduction to DC, but that's not necessarily true. Really, it was Green Lantern, but Green Arrow was the first one that I kind of obsessed over a little bit. And he's been my favorite DC character for a good long time. Green Arrow is giving me everything out of a book that I want out of Daredevil and I'm not getting. But that's really cool because like it's kind of like DC's Daredevil. Not to say like the power set and the
It's so
character are the
true.
same, but it's kind of like, it's like nobody gives a crap about this character or very few. Like it's a passionate, group of people. Like if you like Green Arrow, you love Green Arrow, but if you don't, you just like haven't really dove in yet. So I love that. That's kind of like I've heard him and Daredevil kind of referred to as kind of like the Grateful Dead of superhero comic books, because it's like either you're like following them like all over the place or you just don't know. And
Yeah.
I was hip
What about
to it.
you? Are you Europe 72 or what?
Wait, what's up? Say again.
I say, are you Europe 72 or what?
Oh Jesus, dude. I am not down on the Grateful Dead knowledge like that, man.
Man. I definitely had a jam band phase in college, man. Was
Oh
definitely
yeah.
into yeah.
Fish.
Fish. I saw Fish at Hampton Coliseum here in VA. Yeah.
Okay.
The mothership they call it. But yeah, definitely. I love that scene. It's wild and it's crazy. But dude, speaking of, how dope would it be to see kind of like not just a jam band, but any musical act out there at the Sphere? I think I saw Grateful Dead footage from out there at the Sphere at Las Vegas. Have you seen that spot?
Yes, I
Dude,
saw
the visuals that they're able to like pull off at that spot is insane.
dude, I want to say I saw Pink Floyd footage from there, which would have been like just mind blowing. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But yeah, are you kidding me? I would see there's a handful of bands that would like melt my brain to see them like
I love
that.
that. I love them like playing with what you can do. AV presentation wise, it's really sick.
Heck
Anyway, totally off course. But and then Beneath the Trees was super dope. Just kind of seeing Sam trying to find time to keep her hobby alive, right? She's gotta plan it out now. The holidays are the only time old girl can get out there and put work in. She's got to go on her camping trips when she can. But this was an unexpected but freaking wonderful second issue, man. Just such a pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
I said it the most terrific way possible.
Oh yeah, I think that most people were trepidatious when the sequel series was announced, because it's like, what more do you have to say? Like what more is there to say? Like, is this a cash grab? It's not. It's really not. I'm enjoying the first two issues of this even more so than I enjoyed the first two issues of the original series. But I gotta say, Sam's a glutton for punishment, man. Like, she gotta stop playing with fire because she's gonna get burned. It's gonna happen eventually.
And she's still in that same old shit. Like, oh, I'm broke down. Can you help me out? And she's getting old. Like,
chloroform, chop, 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 chop.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna break bad. So yeah,
great issue though.
Incredible. What did you think about the wild bear?
Well, it's kind of a callback to the first series too, where it's kind of like the same thing. She encounters that bear, she gives him a little shush. It's our secret. Like I like the fact that it's anthropomorphic, but they still live in a world where these wild animals can coexist between them. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like watching her saw that llama, I was like, this should feel more uncomfortable than it does. But this is just I don't know. I love that. I love that book. Shout out to Horvath, doing an incredible job the second time around. Like you said, it's we didn't know what to expect. It's been a great ride through 2 issues, so can't wait to see what happens.
Yep.
All right, bro. Let's move on with haste. Kaya, number 29, the prison break issue. Dude, high stakes and high payoffs, and Wes just swinging for the fucking fences every single page out here. And also, shout out to Wordy on the colors, man. There's so many,
Yeah,
incredible, pages where they're just working in tandem in such a vibrant and explosive way. I just love their coloring. It's just so much fun to see one page to the next. Anyway, yeah, dude, we get free from the robots or kind of, but we lose Varia in the process.
yeah. Tragedy definitely strikes, man. This this arc it's been really cool, and I feel like it's been really different than other arcs because there's always been like this very clear protagonist antagonist kind of thing, whether it was the Atrians and they're fighting against them, or like every arc is kind of like introduced like, oh, here's their next group of friends that they're going to, kind of like buddy up with for the arc and see what happens. We had like the lizard people too. This is the first arc though that I felt it feels very different because it was all goal oriented, and it was just you had to sit with the unease of our trio of characters where Razel, Jin, and Kaya are all just like, Kaya doesn't like Razel, Jin wants to trust him, so it's pushing a wedge between Jin and Kaya, and we just have to fester in that each and every issue, and every one it's been a build up, it's been this escalation game up to this plan that is the prison break. And even with the end of this issue, we still kind of don't know how things turn out, but
Right.
it gives you enough to make you really start to ponder and really start to, I don't know, try to figure out what this all means for the world of Kaya and our main players here too, because yeah, it ends in a big bad way here, which you're kind of showcasing where Jin really stretches his wings, both physically and metaphorically, in this issue, but kind of finds himself in a bad way, utilizing his power in ways that we haven't seen previously.
And dude, who does he look like right here?
Exactly,
Right? Like this is what I was continually struck by with this transformation. I'm like, man, he looks like Unk a whole lot. Like he looks
oh
like Unk Razel.
yeah, you're calling him uncle, and dude, I think I don't know. I haven't seen him as uncle in a long time, man. There's been questions about his lineage and his heritage, basically since Razel had shown up. And now we're seeing what I think is Razel's master plan. But I think that they've been slyly playing that out too. They've been talking about his powers, and he's been quote unquote helping him, but I don't know, man. Seems to me like dude is just preparing a new host to kind of swoop in and maybe embody that person.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
with some next level power. Hell yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go on, I got to get to the chat real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Forgot about you real quick. Oh, it jumped on me. Mother son of a biscuit.
That's a good problem. We love
Right?
it when the chat jumps.
All right, somewhere around here. Oh, here we go. Bob said, I think TMNT right now is so good that Shredder had a lot to live up to. But
That's
I
true.
think, yeah, dude, Juan, or at least with Juan and Jason, we'll see where it goes. But oh yeah, yeah, it just, I don't know.
See, I think
It
the
wasn't
art
there
was
for
good.
me.
I didn't like the coloring. I think the coloring made it look too rounded and digital.
It
I don't know
did.
if
It just
I don't know
felt
if it
way
was the
too
art though.
digital.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, it felt way too digital in a bad way.
Eddie knows what's up.
Oh yeah, it's such a great book, y'all. Definitely check out Lost Fantasy. We're Indigo children, which is fire.
Yeah.
So are we
I
getting
like
more? Are we going to get more Indigo down the road? Do you know?
he had said, oh god, this came up in conversation. I know that essentially we're seeing things play out in the tail end of each and every issue. And I think that's the only place that we're getting it, but he might come back for more of the story later on down the road.
Okay. I'm assuming it is. Aren't you?
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
have to cross paths. Everything has been like it's been rebuilding this universe because they didn't reboot, so they kind of had to get the Turtles and Shredder. They had to get all our main players back, and I think that's where everyone's gonna like, or I should say everyone, but Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira is gonna peace out and then kind of just deliver our fresh turtles on a silver platter.
That sounds wow. We're gonna eat them?
Hey, we don't know, man. Shredder's dreaming of worms right now, so
Yeah,
maybe.
you're right. You're right, bro. Eddie said I read Indigo Children of Trade, but didn't retain a whole lot of it. Fair enough. I love that story. You've been canceled. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
That book was genius. Oh, okay. It's all clicking
And
now.
and
Hell yeah,
perfect.
great,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, you've been canceled. Absolutely great title, man. Such a
That's the
fun
same
book.
artist that's working on Wes Craig's well, I should say their Kickstarters. Wes Craig and Kevin
Thunderhead.
Castanero, yeah, doing
Hell
Thunderhead.
yeah, dude. Great news all the way around. Beneath the Trees, I've on trade. Love the first volume. Hell yeah, dude. Incredible. Matt in the building. What up, brother?
Yo,
Good to see you, man. Hope you are well. Thanks for coming through. Eddie says you got a dip. Catch the video on demand. Read more comics. Amen, brother.
read
Thanks
more
for coming
comics.
through, Eddie, man. Appreciate you coming through and sharing your insights and pickups for the week. Christina,
Let's
what is
go.
up? Good to see you. Bro Joe in the building. What
Look at
is
this
up,
guy.
sir? Good to see you. Man, we get
Cheers to
back
you,
to
Joe.
back. We got back to back Bro Joe appearances, man. We must be doing something right.
For real. Yeah, that's the barometer for real.
Absolutely. Rooster Blue in the building. What up, Rooster?
What up?
Yeah, it's time for turtle soup. Amen, brother.
Hey, don't
Amen.
knock it till you try it.
All right, moving on, guys. Man, the resolution of our
Yep.
first arc, an absolute Martian Manhunter Dennis camp, Javier Rodríguez. I told Ian in the back chat I wanted to include every page of this book for y'all because I thought I just love what he's doing with composition and approach and like here obviously, but hold on, where's the one with the house? I just love the one with the. I mean, I just how he's playing with shapes here. It's been brilliant. Such a treat to turn a page in this book, bro. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what colors you're gonna get blasted with. It's just he's just having a ball. He's doing incredible things. Just from Zatanna to here, how he continues to level up, and you know, DC has some artists doing some very special things on these books, whether it's absolute or you know, even their all regular all in titles. Like they
Oh
have
yeah.
some really, really amazing things going on. And Javi deserves all the flowers on this one. But what did you think about this one, bro? Because I'm curious. I know. Anyway, guys, just to catch you up, John's been battling this, dark side energy that's, basically taken over his town and turned everything topsy turvy. Everybody's most violent primal intentions are on Front Street, and people are poisoning Oreos and putting
That's
glass
true.
and
Yeah.
putting glass in hamburgers and running over each other with ambulances, right? It's just pure chaos on the streets, right? And we're trying to restore that. Both Martian and John against their separate foes, and so this issue sees them uh, confront said foes, and be able to defeat them, or at least temporarily, win the battle here. But what did you think about this one, man? I know you've been up and down on this series, kind of getting here. You've loved it. I don't want to
Yeah.
like, but I know you said like Javi was doing a lot of the heavy lifting, I think, and
Well, yeah, I've been more up than down on the series. I feel, in fact, I think that last issue was the first one that really kind of made me go, I don't know how effective that was as a single issue experience and as part of the ongoing narrative. I don't know if it gave me enough to make me go, yep, that was just as much of a banger as the previous 4 issues. But this issue just spun it right back on its head and made me, it's like it heard me. Like I put that out into the universe, and Deniz Camp and Javier Rodríguez said, okay, we got you. Don't worry. Here's issue number 6.
We see the steam coming out of your nose and your ears. We got you.
Yes, exactly. It held my hand enough to make sure that the story was concise and had a plot that was forward moving, but it still stays esoteric and crazy enough to make it not just a superhero comic, like far from a superhero comic. In fact, I love the fact that the narrative is playing with the idea of fighting back, right, in a physical sense, but fighting back in a very, metaphorical sense as well. Like the character, the Martian Manhunter himself is fighting, but he's fighting ideals and ideas and theologies and all these really cool things. And I love how Javier is tackling that, specifically because Javier is doing his own color work in this, right? So the way that color represents all of these different emotions and feelings, and the way that they kind of like keep using that and keep striking you with it over and over and over. This issue, again, it was like, so as I flipped through it, that was my very first thought when I was kind of putting my thoughts together for my review. It's like they heard me, they answered me, like this is exactly what I wanted. And it really delivered to me what might be my favorite issue of the series so far, which sucks because it's also the end of arc 1. So now I got to sit here and just kind of like wait and wait and wait.
That's what you get. Dude, I gotta second what you said about like how he would take like the faintest little idea and kind of embellish upon that, like with the white Martian reaching across town into the head of a sleeping boy with terminal brain cancer and making the tumor as big as the city, and then like what was it? The atomic bomb, right? And he the white Martian plucks out fear of the atomic bomb from the Asian hippie, 1,000 upturned faces as death traces a screaming rainbow across the sky. The green Martian scrambles. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. The green Martian scrambles to make one small change, tapping into that same hippie's belief in military incompetence. The bomb.
I love that.
The bomb is a dud. And it's just like, dude, it's played out so beautifully across the page. It's brilliant, man. I thought it was like brilliant. I just love that, like you said, that battle of ideals, the battle of ideas and half notions and stuff like that. That's kind of been in the air, back and forth, manifesting in a very negative manner, but here kind of finally getting confronted head on was just such a brilliant resolution. Again, dude, these end pages with I love how this comic encourages you to get physical with it, right? Like the Martian vision and all that stuff. Like they've done that from the first issue. I love that shit. I'm always here for that. Like books are meant to be read, and I don't know, just like holding it up to the light, something like that is so simple but rewarding at the same time for me. So I love that.
It harkens back to a time, when you first were introduced to comics for most of us, right? That childlike mentality, even though, let's be honest, this book is not for children. Not that it gets too over the top, but like it's ideas are right over some heads.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to shout out something that happened in my comments though, real quick, particularly about this book, because you guys all know that, I've been an advocate for the book Shade the Changing Man by Peter Milligan and Chris Machado. And later on, Sean Phillips, actually, that was one of his earliest works. Tyrese Little in my comments said, P.S. I highly recommend anyone who's never read or heard of Shade the Changing Man by Peter Milligan to check it out. It's basically kind of similar to Absolute Martian Manhunter, but instead of Peter Milligan's run on Shade came out in 1990s, and it was ahead of its time with what Peter Milligan writes about America. It's totally true. So if you are digging right here and right now, Absolute Martian Manhunter, that this is the same kind of ideas that you're going to be playing within Shade the Changing Man. It's about fighting back against ideals and societal thought and the madness that can overtake, in the earliest arcs of Shade, the entirety of the United States. So if you're digging this, that might be another thing that you might want to grasp onto.
Amen, brother.
So shout out to Tyrese Little leaving that comment, man.
Yeah,
Great stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. It's beautiful getting comments like that, right? Like,
Heck yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, incredible volume. But dope resolution with these two towering figures going back and forth in battle, and the final win. But this was such a major mega epic first arc, and far and away, I think the best of the second wave of absolute books for my money.
Heck yeah.
Rooster says, we were talking about today's pickups. Nothing on my pull list came out this week, so I got the trade of Batman Year 100. Hell yeah. All Pope. Nice, bro.
All Pope, let's
Free
go.
pick. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. He said he gives this one a score of Pink Floyd playing Atmosphere. Hell yeah. I give this one a score of, you got to start Dark Side of the Moon on the third lines roar. It's that worthy, I think. So.
It feels too easy for me to go Jefferson Airplane White Rabbit, but it also does feel appropriate.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna give this one a score of that scene in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas when they're at the casino in Vegas and everybody turns into lizards.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 lizards.
Absolutely. Brilliant book, though. It's just been a delight, man. There's just been a lot of great books. I've been thinking recently with Jerome and this one, Criminal, Resurrection Man. There's been some brilliant fucking books this year. So,
oh yeah,
this second half of 2025 has been great. Because I was a little worried about the year up to this point. I gotta say, but I feel like June, really May, June on, I feel like we really picked up some steam.
Well, yeah, the summer months, I feel like we kind of dipped down into a valley, but we're coming back out of it for sure. And I think there was some early stuff that was really noteworthy as well. But we're getting, it's crazy to think that we're in September. We're getting really close to the end of the year. Like I spent the weekend getting some end of year.
Of course you did, because you're organized and
ready. Yes. So we'll talk about that more as we get closer to
December.
Give me
anxiety about that. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to look back at 2025 and chop it up about the year's best books. But
heck yeah.
All right, moving on, man. Our last book of the night, guys. Superman which one was this? 29 as well?
Yep, 29.
Yeah, 29 as well. So Kai and Superman both number 29. But I'm gonna let you take the reins on this one. And this one was wild.
Sure.
This one was wild. All right, so we travel back in time to this dark side world, and by smashing. I love this encounter. By the way, how much did you love Superboy Prime's meta commentary throughout this issue up to a certain point?
It annoyed the hell out of me, but I think it was supposed to. It was effective in that way because I was just I'm not the kind of person that likes characters like Deadpool. I don't like fourth wall breaking, and I don't like when I don't like it when it gets too okay. So let me use this as an example. Martian Manhunter, they had the thing with the page, right? You hold it up to the glass and you can see through it. I think that's cool, right? That's playing with comics in a way that is different. This felt like playing with comics in a way that's kind of eye winky, you see what we're doing? You see what and I'm just get out of here with that. But again, it was done with purpose, and it was done with as a way to actually push the story forward. So it was kind of like when you hate a character in a movie, but you hate them because they're doing so good at being so bad. That's exactly what we're getting from this.
I loved it. Come on and get Silver Age with me, bro.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm sorry. I took that tangent here, just like Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips take tangents in The Knives. So the story behind this book is that Superman hasn't necessarily gone back in time so much as he's gone sideways through time. So he's basically gone through to this pocket dimension where Superboy Prime still exists. And the character of Superboy Prime was kind of like this, almost like an Earth One kind of interpretation of Clark Kent, where it was Clark, but in that world, he was the only superhero in existence. And on top of that, the comic books of DC's universe exist within that world as well. So he was inspired by Superman, and he also had the powers of Superman and grew up. But this character also took all kinds of twists and turns. Think of it like an Ultimate Universe where it's like, oh, you see this character, but now like, ooh, now this one change is going to happen and he's going to become the Maker, kind of like a situation. So he's gone through all these iterations where he's tried to destroy the universe and he's redeemed himself, and like all these other crazy things have happened. And now he is kind of like the catalyst, the one change that could happen that could kind of change the course of history for DC proper, because Darkseid doesn't necessarily know that he exists anymore. So he could be like the deciding factor in the fight moving forward. So Doomsday, aka Timekeeper, brings Clark there. They kind of have had their team up, and then they're thrust into the future for the Legion of Superheroes, which is completely overrun by Darkseid and Darkseid energy. And it's just a travesty. It is a mess of a world. And it just basically takes all the hope away from Clark, being that in the earliest days, he went into the future as Superboy to see what the future holds for the DC universe, and he is equally inspired by the Legion of Superheroes as they are inspired by him, because they have kind of formed under the notion of Superman being the best of the superheroes, right? He is the one that can harness all the powers at once, and he was kind of like the vision for what they need to do. So if the future was good, Superman knew that what he was doing in the present was just and right. Except now the future is destroyed, and it is completely ravished by, again, negativity and Darkseid energy. So now, again, it's making him question himself, question his tactics, question what he needs to do. And now he's got Superboy Prime with him as, again, the catalyst to maybe change things. So with that being said, I feel like I've rambled a lot here. What is your background with these characters? Like, did I do a good enough job explaining? And
Yeah,
did you know those details?
Why did you think I threw it to you? I don't know about Superboy Prime or anything. I have like very little. I have very little background with these characters. That's why it's been such a fun ride to me. You know what I mean? Like I know, I know what they are known for, or their most like legendary contributions, I guess, in canon wise or whatever, or to the DC universe. But outside of that, I have very little knowledge of any other stories. So it was dope, but I feel like that's all I needed for this one.
Okay.
And it was dope to see, him go back in time, and I mean, not back in time, forward in time, and see the ruins of a civilization. I love how they're kind of harping on the fact that if he loses hope, then Darkseid wins. There's no stopping him. So, but it was, I just love the revelation here, like how they're going to go, confront him. So they troop up, and then Superboy Prime is like, "Hey, I don't mean to be. You didn't like it. I don't mean to be a nerdy guy.
No, I like it. Good. Keep going.
But how is so and so? If he has magnetic powers or whatever, why was he using his hands on a shovel or whatever? It works enough to have this great reveal from a dark side controlled chameleon who takes out this Brainiac that was helping them out.
Yep. I like that he tries to appeal to Superman by like kind of like going under the persona of that, like that very silver age look of the character. He's like, come on, you wouldn't hit this guy, would you?
Yeah, absolutely. And then Superboy Prime takes care of business, but ultimately they find Booster, dude, right? And
yes,
what have they been using Booster for is the question, right? Because like what's going on with the symbol though? Like this looks like some type of, I don't, like something's been going on. Like it's just weird. That's not just simply like a prison cell for him, right? Like that looks like they've been using him or his powers or something.
So I dropped off of Justice League Unlimited. Just wasn't doing it for me, but I know that they were playing with some of the Darkseid things in that book as well. So I might be missing some details, but I think that this is the first time that we got to see this character again since the DC All-In special. And we haven't heard about him. Nobody's mentioned him. He just disappeared. So this is the first kind of like inklings that we get, again, to my knowledge, about the fact that nobody can remember that he even exists. So when he went away, and I should probably revisit the DC All-In special because it was dope, right? And
Yeah,
because
it's
I might
so
be missing
good.
some details. But when he went in there to explore, he kind of knew he was the only person that could traverse through and get to that absolute universe. But since he's been there, that's been it, right? We have
Okay,
no idea
yeah,
what's been going on besides of what we saw in the DC All-In special. So
sure.
this is the first time we know, hey, people don't remember him. People don't recognize that he was in existence. And now Booster Gold is realizing that too. He's like, I thought y'all just hated me. It's like,
Yeah,
no, nobody even remembered. So it's really
and it
cool
was
how they're
crazy.
playing with it.
It was really cool him telling Superman like, yeah, I remember when you invited me to the Justice League. That was a huge moment for me because I
Yeah.
remember that from the All In special, right? Like how
Yep.
that kind of set off everything. So yeah, that was dope to see. But dude, then here we get
The Dark Side Legion.
the Dark Side Legion shows up here at the end. Like we've seen glimpses of them before, and issues past, but yikes! And then finally, the ultimate betrayal. Superboy Prime breaks bad, dude.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
he's on he's on the Legion of Darkseid side, so like, and they're really trying to like Bane, Batman break Superman type of deal, right? Like it seems like that's what they're after. They just want to break all concept of hope in this guy's mind, and to the point where he can never represent it in any uh facet.
Yeah.
Not any shard of hope can be thought of when you hear the name Superman. That really seems like they're trying to lay him low in the worst way. So it's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah. I like the way that this is a very superheroic book, right? And it should be. It's Superman. But that's, we don't always get delivered the zaniness of a superhero book with also like a really wonderful story. And I feel like Joshua Williamson is like really striking that balance with Superman to where make it feel classic but make it feel new and kind of keep it exciting. Like, I mean, it seems like it's such an easy concept and it's really not, but I feel he's doing it pitch perfect. I think this ending is a great example of that because we've been built up to say like, oh, Superboy Prime is like he's the only thing, he's the one thing that's gonna turn the tides of this battle, and then he breaks bad. But we know he's broken bad in the past, and he's had a redemption arc. So is he truly bad here? Who knows? Time will tell. I don't think
yeah,
so. I feel like this is all machinations, all building. But if it does do the old switcheroo and he's really a good guy and they're kind of playing this as a tactic, then that's still, even though it's kind of predictable, it's equally fun because it's something that is so uniquely comic book. And I kind of dig that. I like that
absolutely,
it feels that way.
absolutely. It does feel like I feel like Williamson kind of like, and he's talked about it in interviews or with Sal from Comic Pop, like how burnt out he was coming out of like that period where Tinian had left and like kind of a lot of things were on his shoulders, right? Like they
Yeah,
were,
he was DC.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like he's at the point now where he's only doing the things he really wants to, like this and GI Joe, and he's really having fun with the projects that he's on. And I think he's doing just a great job with this one through and through. And he's had a bevy of incredible artists, like starting off with Jamal Campbell, who kicked off the arc in a major way. But dude, Dan Mora here,
This is my
coming out
yeah.
of the bullpen like continually, like Mariano in the ninth, dude, like has been freaking trouble, man. Like it's been incredible, like to see him be able to manage like this many assignments, really. But just doing such an incredible, inspired job on this
Yep.
Superman artwork.
It's my favorite Dan Mora work that he's currently doing right now, and I think a lot of that has to do with the color. This issue probably isn't the greatest example because it's very brown It's a very
It
brown
is.
issue.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a hopeless world, right? Like it's hard to.
yeah, exactly. But throughout his time on Superman proper, I feel like the color has complemented his artwork in such a great way that we don't necessarily get in the same manner within Justice League. And that might have actually been one of the reasons that I dropped it. But here in this book though, it really shines.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's been such a fun, delightful book. So, and I think big things are bound to happen in it moving forward in terms of where we're going with the all-in universe and the implications of that. So I can't wait to see his journey and man, what happens here because things do not look good for our boy. So
Yeah, what they're saying is that this is kind of like the kickoff of All In Year 2, and that's really cool. And if this is what they're delivering, count
hell
me
yeah,
in. I'm along for the ride.
absolutely. Bobo says Superboy Prom's a killer. Yeah, man,
Hmm.
makes it all the more interesting here. Corey Kaiser Stone, what up, bro? Thanks for coming through.
What
You guys should
up?
get more on your show. Hell yeah, dude's freaking incredible. That would be super dope.
I'll take note of that too. That's a great idea.
Absolutely,
Dan
man.
Mora,
Love to get Dan
talk to
Moore on.
that guy.
Rooster says, on explaining, you get 2 thumbs up. Uh,
Thank you.
He's the man. Like I feel like when I do synopses of this book, y'all are like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" But he's like crystal clear with it, y'all. That's why I gotta defer
you.
to him when we go through the dark side portal and do some wild shit. Yeah, Bobo, it's fantastic. Check it out. Oh yeah. All right, bro. That will do it for our comics of the week, man. But this is a great transition for our comics of the future's past, talking about epic battles with Superman.
Yes, let's stay bleak.
Let's go.
Comics of Futures Past, released on August 27th, 1986. How could I not highlight The Dark Knight Returns #4, the ending of the original ending of the Dark Knight saga here, as basically it was a very timely story, but what essentially had happened in this far-flung future is that there was a nuclear device that had gone off and devastated parts of the United States. And the president took such umbrage with the fact that Gotham was able to bounce back so quickly through the efforts of Batman that he sends his Boy Scouts, Truth, Justice, and the American Way, over to kick the crap out of Batman. Batman ain't having that, dude. He ain't dealing with the government. He ain't dealing with the Boy Scout, and he knows exactly how to take Clark out. Suits up, has the kryptonite, goes toe to toe with Clark Kent, Superman, and ultimately could best him, even in his old age, even in the state that Bruce is in right here. Ultimately, though, is able to basically it appears that Bruce has died. He kind of goes out with his kryptonite, his suit, and a mysterious pill. That mysterious pill, we'll find out what that is later, but it appears that during battle, Bruce has a heart attack and
Yeah,
passes away. Right?
incredible.
Clark
Yeah.
is basically beside himself. He's like, he's thinking he killed one of his friends, his companions in the Justice League. All the while, though, we find out at the gravesite of a Bruce Wayne, Superman with his super hearing hears the reignition, the heartbeat of someone that happens to be in the gravesite of one Bruce Wayne. And it just ignites the fact that now Bruce is able to finally take on the persona of Batman full time, put Bruce Wayne aside, and build up the army of the Bats. Such a great ending, such a great series. This is again peak Frank Miller. We talk about him a lot. We will continue to talk about him a lot. This is such a fantastic end cap to this series and such a great storyline for what is Elseworlds now. But come on, let's be real. We all know that we want this ending for Batman.
Hell yeah.
It's a great story. If you haven't, if you're one of like the 3 people in the world that hasn't checked it out, go check it out. Do yourself a favor. It's glorious. Um, you're gonna have a great time with it. Frank Miller, Klaus Janson, Lynn Varley. You do not get a better team in comics than that.
No.
Dark Knight Returns, number 4, man. That is Comics of Futures Past for this week.
Amen, brother. What an epic pick, dude. Just one of the all-time covers, too.
Yeah, I couldn't not choose this. There were some other choices. In fact, some other Batman-related choices. I could not put this to the side, though.
Oh, yeah. Gets no better. Anyway, I'm going to let you start with the covers of the week. I'll be right back if you want to take it away.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's see here. We're going to kick things off here. It's a very DC related kind of week this week here, but very first cover here, I had to showcase David Aja doing Superman in such a glorious, minimalistic way. I love his artwork. I really think that he was shining in books like Immortal Iron Fist. I really feel like it was cemented with books like Hawkeye. Really had to shout out what he was doing with Superman. Be on the lookout, by the way, talking about Batman. I saw his variant for Batman #1 that just came out, and it's in the same vein. It's gonna pair very well with the Superman variant. So if you're a variant hunter, make sure that you are checking that one out. My next cover here is going to be one of the books that we just covered here, Absolute Martian Manhunter. This book has had some of the greatest variants for a 6-issue series that I've probably seen in a very long time, and it plays a lot into the ideas of the books and the look and feel that Javier Rodríguez gives this book. This one is done by Amy Reeder, an artist that I'm really not familiar with, but it's kind of cool seeing new names crop up that I'm at least not knowing, right? I'm not hip to her work previously, but seeing covers like this really make me want to do a deep dive further in to see what they're all about. Let's see here. For my third cover, come on. Y'all know my opinions, my feelings about a certain book called Power Fantasy. It would be like criminal of me to not showcase Caspar Wingard doing an amazing cover for Minor Arcana. I'm still having a lot of fun with this book here, not to dive too deep into the storyline, but Caspar Wingard, awesome interpretation of the tarot, right? The tarot aspect of this without leaning too deep into the tarot card itself. The swords in the back of our main character. I would love to see Caspar on an arc of this book, even though it's so wildly different than Jeff Lemire's artistic approach. But I loved this cover, playing on the idea of the tarot card. And we're going to finish it with another book that we covered, Universal Monsters, The Invisible Man, another artist I don't have any previous knowledge about. This one done by Rosemary Valero O'Connell. There was a lot of covers. I could have picked one of probably at least 5 covers for Invisible Man. This happened to be the one that I landed on. All of them, right? I love that you see the smoke coming out of the smoking jacket, which is essentially, his esophagus coming out and kind of just escaping outside of his head. If you doodle, right? If you're an artist, there is nothing more fun than drawing smoke around a character or steam coming off of a coffee cup, something like that. It is one of the best things. It is like therapeutic drawing that stuff. So seeing this cover just totally did it for me. I love this one. But I believe that does it for my covers. Stu, what do you got?
Yeah. All right, bro. I had to do a Martian Manhunter cover as well. Mitch Jared's doing this Kelly kind of inverted John Jones with I just love his color work on this one. And the kind of like symbolism he's got going on at the bottom of the page. Just a killer artist, man. Mitch is so money in the bank.
Oh yeah.
Greg Smallwood on Mr. Terrific Year 1.
Dude, Mr. Smallwood, yes.
Yes. I love his painted style. Mr. Terrific and Batman, like, say less. This reminds me of the Human Target issue, in which the Human Target was on the run from Batman and thought, he was out to get him the entire issue. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Really great. Yeah, really great one. Mortal Thor. This was Patrick Gleason, dude, doing this this killer like kinetic kind of lightning deal. This reminds me of like those webbing variants he did for ASM that were real big.
I think this is more successful, personally.
This is sick. This is so sick. So yeah, had to highlight this one. And then, like you said, Invisible Man. Like I went with Joshua Middleton. You could have gone with any of them, but this one was just brilliant.
Yeah,
I just
totally.
love this composition here. And Freddie Williams on Geiger, dude. I love the detail on this one, the textures and like this kind of like disembodied Geiger. It was very cool. So dope to see. Shout out to Freddie Williams. And
Nice.
then last but not least, dude, it's Finosian time with Doom. Like it gets no better, man. Finosian doing Doom 2099, and the classic look for Doom 2099 special was garbage.
I was gonna ask, but okay. Thank you for putting it on Front Street there.
Anyway, dope to see Dan on the cover though. Shout out Dan, we love you, bro.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, bro. This week is another good week. What are you excited for?
Let's see.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. I think now's the perfect time. Let's hold on. Let's switch it up. Hold on.
I was hoping we forgot.
No, we didn't forget. We didn't forget. How do I switch it up? Here, can you switch up the camera for me?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to business, guys. For all of you that stuck around in the chat, all 5 of you that are still left here, you're about to be rewarded. Guys, if you didn't catch us at the top of the show, Rooster, you might have missed it. Eric bought a fucking blind bag for Batman, guys. And we're gonna open this fucker right now.
Yeah.
So let's make this happen. Are you okay to do this? Do you need to like go off screen and let your wife do it or something like that? Are you gonna make it?
No, listen. I've been
do this. Look, Rogue,
been working myself up. I've been kind of like, mentally preparing myself, and like I think it's okay. I think at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be fine. There's oh crap. I just dropped. Hold on one second here. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay. Kind of sucks. I got cover A.
No, I'm sorry. Bummer. Friend, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for us. Did I hear a whistle? I'm pretty sure I heard a whistling in there. Like that wasn't even a good like blind bag sound effect whip or whatever the fuck that was you just tried to do.
My X-Acto knife has a whistle to it. It's one of those special whistle. Fine. This hurts. I hope you know that. Oh
yes.
How do you open them? Is there a special
Let
way?
The hate flow through you.
I'm being serious.
With your teeth.
Shut up. Get out of here. I'm gonna damage the book. This feels dirty. Oh my god.
Get some scissors, man. You got some scissors or something?
No, I don't have scissors, and I also don't have an X-Acto with a whistle, but now you're calling me out on everything, aren't you?
You know what I'm saying, Rogue? Like Jesus.
I don't want to like.
Am I talking to my 5-year-old or?
I don't want to damage the book. Okay, if I get a one in what's it?
A Jorge sketch or something that would be funny as shit. You just like bent the shit out of it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that'd be totally funny, Stu. Thank you for that. Okay, fun. All right. This is what you guys have done to me. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what I got. All right. Are they all foil? I don't know. I guess they are.
Which one is that? I don't even know. That one looks pretty cool.
Oh, I guess it's right on the back here. Variant cover by Gabriel Del Auto. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hey, nice.
The foil aspect of it really is not making it easy to show off on camera.
Hey, look, see, let's give him a round of applause, guys. And you at home.
That was rough, guys. I don't know if I'm going to go back to watching blind bags as opposed to buying them. But that's pretty cool. I dig the Gabriel Del Auto. I liked it a lot.
Gabriel is fucking awesome. That's a great pull, bro.
Yeah, I'll post some pictures here so I can actually show it off in a more worthwhile.
I swear to God, you look happy right now.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, don't get it twisted.
You look kind of happy. Okay.
Right. No, it was.
Rogue's proud of you too, dude. This was a big step, man.
Okay.
And this was one, dude. I want to commend you. This was 1 week to the next, bro. I thought this was going to take till like fucking Christmas. You just nutted up. You nutted up and you stared this fucker down, and you cut the head off the snake, man. So
Well, it doesn't help that Fraction puts out freaking Blind as a Bat variants the very next week.
I mean, I think you knew I was going to make your life a special kind of hell. Like by Halloween, you were just going to be begging for a blind bag release. You know what I mean?
I think it's adorable that you think that you don't make my life a living hell every single week, but yeah. But yeah, no, let's make this special.
I love you, brother. That was awesome. What a great way to end the show. All right, let's talk about this. Let me.
Do you see my hands right now? Do you see this? For those of you on 360p, yeah, my hand is shaking. Okay. All right.
Oh, shit.
Show it off. What do we got?
Yeah, man. What are you excited for? Talk to me. Obviously, Batman, right?
Obviously Batman. Yes. Outside of the books that are showcased here are all bangers. Like every single one of them. I'm really, really, really hyped for Skin Police now that it's back. We left off on a cliffhanger. We're back now. We get to find out the nature of these dupes. Our main character, the detective, maybe his relationship to these dupes that maybe can possibly survive this mental breakdown that they potentially have. So I haven't read it yet. I'm really excited to dive into that. Let's see here. We get The War #2, right? So we get another dive into that. If you haven't already read it in the Hello Darkness, because it's it's really just a compilation of the mini parts of that story that are coming through. So The War #2, I'm really excited to find out where we go from there.
So is this going to be a new part of the story?
No, it's going to be the next part of the compilation. So we had already kind of covered the entirety of it, so you already know what's coming. But
okay,
yeah, exactly. But it's the next part of that. We talked about one of the Phillips. Let's talk about the other Phillips a little bit more with Everything Dead and Dying.
Yeah,
Tate Brownell on the on writing for that. It's going to be. It seems like it's a Walking Dead kind of story, like if they never left Herschel's farm, right? It's all this dude that kind of lives in the zombie apocalypse but decides that he's going to live amongst them and be with his family who are also zombies as well. So kind of excited to see what that's all about. It seems like an interesting idea that they could play with, right? And hopefully it has enough legs and feels original enough to kind of live on its own. So I'm excited. I haven't read any of them. It's a blank slate for me.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
Absolute Superman was great. Resurrection Man was fantastic. I have read a couple of these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on top of it this week a little bit more.
Look at you. All right.
Batman was good. Batman was good.
Was it as good as me opening that bag?
I think
all of your viewing pleasure.
No, that was a high it'll be hard to top that one. But I did have super high hopes for Batman. I don't know if I set expectations a little too lofty or what, but I'm excited to read it again, sleep on it and see where I'm at a week from now with you. But we're definitely going to be talking about Batman #1.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Poison Ivy, definitely excited for, and I think you pretty much covered the rest of them, man. I need to catch up on Phantom Road. It's cool to see that they're on issue 15, dude.
Oh, dude, that's such a fun book, man. I feel like it's criminally underrated. There's not too many people that talk about it anymore, and that's just a shame because, again, I say the comparison over and over. It's like the freaking X-Files, man. If you dug the X-Files back in the day, you're gonna love Phantom Road. It just feels so similar to like some of when you follow a storyline through the X-Files and it kind of reaches that culmination point and you can follow that thread. That's exactly what Phantom Road is. The beginning of the Scourge of the Serpent, though, right? This is the next big event for Conan.
We get a Magnolia cover?
Yes.
Let's go.
And this is basically the entirety of this is Jim Zub and Doug Braithwaite telling their story. So this is one of those like huge magazine style formats, but it's not broken up as much as the previous ones are. This is a lot of story dedicated directly to the jumping on point for this next event that's going to be kicking off in Conan. So
God, I wish I could smell that thing right now. It smells so good.
God,
I'm so jealous.
One more. Oh, that's good.
God damn it! Stop doing it on camera. I don't know where this show's going. All right, man.
Straight to OnlyFans.
On that note, folks, you can find us at patreon.com/insights. We just dropped volume 3 of our quarterly newsletter featuring editorials, interviews with Tony McMillan, and a look at his studio space, some cool comic book trivia, and so much more. We got issue 4 already in the works. God help help you. But yeah, in the meantime, make sure you're subbed up and subscribe to us on both IG and YouTube across the board. Dr. Doom's Fan Club, 9 Panel Grid, and Comic Culture. You know where to find us, guys. But yeah, anything else you want to say to the people before we get out of here, E?
Well, as if you haven't gotten enough of us with Tuesday nights notes from the editors and Wednesday nights ink and insights, you can catch us also tomorrow over on Pop Culture Philosophers for the monthly comic book review show with Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers, Greg from Bearded Comic Bro, Nick Comic Culture, and us two right here talking about the best books of August. So come hang out with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Just want to thank all you guys for coming through in the chat and being part of this combo this week and every week. Again, like I say it all the time, but you guys coming through and hanging with us really is the best part of the show, and getting to hear y'all's opinions on these books and recommendations, and both last night and tonight is always great. So thank you guys for coming through, spending your time with us, and kicking it with us. Until next week, guys, we'll see y'all. Be easy. Get a blind bag, y'all. Get a blind bag and rip that bad boy open. No excuses, right?
Bagged and boarded, double bagged, poly bagged.
Station game. Until next